Hi, I'm Tim Tuller, canon for music at St. John's Cathedral, with a couple words about the music for this Sunday, August 10th. Our prelude is entitled Cornet Voluntary. It's important to point out that, it's actually called a cornet voluntary, not a cornet voluntary. This particular term, it's a French term, and it does not refer to the trumpet-like instrument that we think of as a cornet. It instead refers to a very specific organ stop that was very well known on classic French organs. It's since been adapted to organs all over the world, but it has a very characteristic sound, which you will hear all throughout this piece. William Whalen was an 18th century English composer, and organs of that time in England had no pedals. And so the piece is written for manuals only. Our offertory anthem this Sunday is one of the cathedral choir and my favorite summer anthems. Is titled Treasures in Heaven. And it talks about laying out for yourself treasures on earth, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, for there, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. That is text that is from the gospel this Sunday. And the Treasures in Heaven was written by the American composer Joseph Clokie. He was active in the early first half of the 20th century. And he was active at the University of Miami. He taught organ there for several years in the early 1920s, and he also was the dean of the School of Fine Arts there in the early 1940s. So that's kind of where his career was centered on. His father was a Presbyterian minister, and this piece is really the only piece of his that I'm familiar with. I know he wrote a lot of music. He wrote a couple of symphonies and various other music. But this has stayed in the repertoire of Anglican choirs everywhere. It's a very, very effective and very simple piece, and it makes for a really nice summer anthem, particularly on the Sunday when that reading comes up in the lectionary. Our postlude this Sunday is the trumpet tune in D major by the American composer David Johnson. David Johnson was born in Texas. And he was very well known as an academic organ teacher. He was, by all accounts, an absolutely brilliant organist, prodigiously brilliant organist. He attended the Curtis Institute of Music, studied composition and organ there. And over the years, he taught at many different colleges and universities across the country. St. Olaf College in Minnesota. He's taught at Syracuse University in New York, Alfred University in New York, Arizona State University, and many others. The trumpet tune in D that I'll be playing for the postlude this Sunday is actually a piece that was played at the marriage of Richard Nixon's daughter in the White House Rose Garden in 1971. It sort of models itself on the classic English trumpet voluntaries of people like Henry Purcell and Jeremiah Clark. And Johnson wrote several trumpet voluntaries in various keys. He kind of made this genre sort of his own. He took the style of the classic English composers and gave it a little bit of a modern tune-up with contemporary harmonies and so forth. I hope you enjoy the music this Sunday.